Apple is set to take on Ring in the world of smart home cameras. Here's what we know so far. Real quick, if you want to keep up to date with the latest Apple news and reviews, why not hit that subscribe button? I feel like this is a long time coming. Apple and Amazon have faced off in many arenas, including the smart home. But now, they're going to be competing even more if Apple does launch the rumored new lineup of smart home cameras. I'll tell you what the rumors are saying, why this is a huge deal, and when we may finally see them come to market. Starting out, these rumors aren't wholly new. Back in December of 2024, Bloomberg first reported that Apple was working on its own video doorbell. Frankly, this makes sense after the two biggest Apple video doorbells, Wemo and Logi, all but abandoned the smart home market. And they partnered with Apple to create those. Of course, there are others on the market to support Apple Home to varying degrees. Netatmo, Arlo, Ecobee, Eufy, and Aqara, among others. It seems Apple feels none of them deliver the experience and privacy that it wants though. Bloomberg says Apple's video doorbell will support a version of Face ID to help authenticate you as you approach and integrate with Apple Home smart locks to let you into your home. A few months later, leaker Katsutami on Twitter tweeted out some vague references to this same doorbell, saying, "Hint, there's something Apple ringing on your door." Following it up with, "More hint, MagSafe on your door. It rings." This apparently means that this doorbell would somehow support MagSafe? Perhaps it's a wireless doorbell that doesn't require any hardwired installation, and its battery pack connects or charges magnetically. We'll see. But besides the doorbell, things went to a new level in August of 2025 when Bloomberg once again reported on an expansion of these plans. Not only was Apple working on a video doorbell with Face ID, but it was working on an entire lineup of smart home cameras. The source says that Apple is working on multiple types of cameras that are codenamed J450 internally. Here's why this is such a big deal. One of the biggest problems with smart home cameras now is the privacy aspect. Customers are leery about pointing a camera into the most intimate parts of their lives, lest someone be watching. We've seen multiple instances of issues in this space, from Ring employees being able to tune into live feeds or Eufy cameras displaying the wrong feeds into other users' apps. Both of these have since been corrected for what it's worth, but that sets aside the AI aspects when someone uploads their videos to remote cloud servers. Do you trust putting a smart camera in your home right now? Vote down below in the comments so I can see where you all stand on smart home cameras. I'd say it just definitely gives consumers pause. But Apple has been diligently hard at work billing itself as the privacy-first company. Even now, with third-party Apple Home cameras, they work locally and can be accessed remotely only if you have an Apple Home hub. Then the video is encrypted and shared between your devices. Even HomeKit secure video AI processing is done locally on your Apple TV or your HomePod. Apple would likely highly tout any of these security features if it did in fact make its own smart home cameras. They'd be the ones you would be more likely to trust in your home, presumably. Other notes from Bloomberg include the fact that these cameras would also serve as motion detectors and know who is in a room. This could be used for further home automation, such as loading up a certain profile on an Apple TV or adjusting temperature lights a certain way. A secure way to do many of these things, or disable them when someone known walks into your room, would be really big selling points. Additionally, Apple already has a built-in benefit for Apple users: iCloud Plus. If you use HomeKit Secure Video for your recordings, you don't need an additional subscription plan outside of iCloud. I already did a whole video why iCloud Plus is such a good deal, so be sure to check that out. I've linked it for you here. These cameras are also rumored at a time when Matter, the open smart home standard, is getting ready to adopt cameras. It's heavily rumored that Matter 1.5, coming later this year, will include cameras. Apple could create a secure smart home camera that works with Matter, allowing it to be compatible with other smart home platforms as well as Apple Home. And it would work flawlessly with Apple's upcoming smart home display. To me, as an Apple user, an Apple-designed security camera with privacy and security at the forefront would be huge, especially with tight integrations into Apple's other products. I think we'll see these maybe in 2026, if not a bit later. I think the smart home has a ton of potential, and AI, led by cameras, will play a big part of it. This all comes ahead of the rumored countertop robot that is coming in 2027. But I'd say that topic is for another video. So let me know what you all think. Do you want an Apple smart home camera? Let me know down below in the comments, and be sure to subscribe and follow for more Apple news.